What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Day Trade with Zay. Today it is Tuesday, February 15th, and unfortunately, not too sure what happened to my HDMI splitter, but I am dealing with one screen today, so gotta try and figure it out. It was working perfectly fine last night, so I'm not too sure exactly what happened, but it's not picking up all of my, it's not picking up my HDMI split. But I did want to show you guys exactly what. Well, you know what? Give me a quick second. Let me actually go ahead and help my wife out really quick, and I'll be right back over. One sec. Alright, so my apologies, guys. I'm not too sure what's happening, but my HDMI splitter is not working right now to connect my monitors to my laptop. I mean, you can hear it. It's just not connecting for some reason. Alright. Cancel. Okay, so let's just get right back in. All right, let's get right into it. So one thing that we have right here is yesterday. Yesterday was a bad day of trading for me in terms of putting in these sells. You know what I mean? And you could just see what was happening every 15 minutes, right? This is the 15-minute chart, and right after open happened, you just seen a bunch of consolidation, a bunch of jumping up and down. You could see price really for about, what is that? Let's just move that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is that? An hour and 15 minutes of just jumping up and down and really settling in the same area, right? Every 15 minutes. So before we had the big push up, and then I was actually able to catch this trade on the downside after price had rejected the bottom of the resistance to support level, the weekly support to resistance level, right? Caught a big trade down, and then I was able to catch a trade off of this support level after it pushed up. I wish I would have kept it in. You know, started playing again, so I was thinking it would come down, but eventually it pushed up at about midnight last night. So whatever news came out at midnight last night. And you know what, also let me just confirm if it's a bank holiday today. We might not want to trade today if it is a bank holiday. Oh no, we got news coming out today. We had news that already came out. Let's see. Yeah, February 15th. Oh, this is 2021. Whoops, 22. Shit, today might be a bank holiday, huh? Oh no, next week is a bank holiday. Okay. Yeah, so we're good. But one thing that I seen was on the smaller time frames, that price is somewhat broken structure, right? Even though it's on the smaller time frames, we know that there's higher highs and higher lows being created. We know that price broke that after it tapped the second golden zone ILC around 70%. And the way we have that, we've already had these lines already set up, right? So we already had these already set up for yesterday. We were expecting it to come up to this level and drop. Well, and did that last night around midnight Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, now we see exactly what it did. But I did see somewhat of a break of structure right here, right? And I think we could catch a trade coming up to this zone and then falling back down. Now it's not a 5 minute, the 15-minute ILC is up here, which can be hit, right? So we got to be careful of that, is exactly what price is doing at this point. We got a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, somewhat around there, and let's just call it 37 pips. So we'd have a 37 pip stop loss at the entry of this level, and then we'd have a 116 pip gain. So let's see what price does for us. Either it breaks in for us, breaks out, but I do like these areas because they've been respected before, right? You can see there's been some rejections right here, and then it pushed up and got rejected again. Now, even though we know that it's a break of structure, we knew it was a break of structure. The reason I took this trade right here was that this high crossed these highs right here. So we knew it was a push up to the upside, but it didn't really give us everything we wanted and kept bullshitting again as well. I think the market makers know what we're doing necessarily. So, sorry, push that out. So this is what we'd be seeing right now, right? And we could see prices kind of pushing up from this level. And this level right here is pretty strong. This is what was used as the basic previous support level, right? After price broke through the resistance to support, support to resistance weekly, broke through it, and then it started using it, this level right here as support, right? So I think price could actually come back down here. I think it's very possible before it rejects up again right here with the 1550 EMA and all that. So we got about 8 minutes till open, and that push up is getting nice, right? You can see the push on the last, I know, is the 15, so it has about 8 minutes left on this candle, right? So let's drop down a little bit. Gotta get used to this shit. So we see the push up. It could reject right here, right? It could, but I'm gonna wait for entry up here. If it gives it to us, we're in there, right? So I kind of like it from here actually. So if we could get something like this, the body of the candle, then we're in business. And we'll see what price does for us right now. It is getting a strong push up, so let's see what happens. Yeah, and actually from what I heard, that big push up was, or this big push up last night at midnight, exactly at midnight, from what I heard, I don't know how true it is that Russia pulled out of Ukraine or something like that. So it's very possible that price is actually, that's the fundamental side of it, that with Russia pulling out of Ukraine, we've seen this huge push up, and with Russia invading Ukraine, we've seen this huge push down, right? So we'll see what price gives us. Like that would have got, that rejection right there would have got me for sure. This rejection right here would have got me, but it is what it is. Huge inverted hammer, right? Huge wick, tiny body. You would have thought it would have been rejecting down, especially out of this area too. So, but let's see. Get some water real quick. Man, I'd really like to have the 1 minute 5 and 15 up. Got so used to it. Alright, let me see something. Let me see if I could pull up another screen on my wife's. in 2 years, huh? Okay, so what is that one? Save commands 13 at iCloud. Don't know what the password is. There we go. That may just log me out. Well, I guess I can't get it on all of my shit, so I'm gonna have to log back in there here. Yeah. Couldn't have this happen right before, right? Alright. Let's just stick to it. Stick to our guns right here. Whoa, you seen the rejection right there. We got about 3 minutes till open. So let's see what it does for us. Damn. Touched right at that level. Let's see if see what it could do for us right here. I mean, we got about 2 minutes till open. Let's see if it could use this level to push up from, but it does look like it's respecting the shit out of that zone, right? As soon as it touched it, damn. Yeah, it's pushing pretty hard to the downside. See if it can keep this right here. Come back up to our area, and then maybe we could take a sell. But we got to be mindful and wary of what it's doing, right? Because if it has too much strength behind it, you don't want to take this sell. Alright, 1 minute till open. But if it has too much strength on the push back up, then we don't want to take that sell, right? So let's just see what it gives us right here. Looks like it still wants to come down, truthfully. The 5 minute, just this right here fully engulfs the previous 5 minute candle. A couple seconds before open, this thing is pushing to the downside. Alright. See if it rejects it. Looks like it's not getting a lot of push to the upside. Looks like it does want to come down. All right. Yeah, it's pretty much bullshitting right here, right? Rejecting this support level, but it's also rejecting this 50 EMA. Damn, don't tell me that was the move. I just put a little sell in, so let's see. Ooh, shit. See if it can keep it. Yeah, I don't like it. That's a huge rejection off of that area. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's gonna break into there. See if it can get into our zone. Sorry guys. I still like our area for a sell. Let's see if it does it for us though. There's a lot of strength behind it, right? Damn, was that the rejection? Alright, I got a 0.02 in there, a small sell. I'm in at, oh shit, maybe I should have went bigger. But now it has to break through, right? Has to break through this 50 EMA and use it as a resistance level. Or I mean as a support level if it wants to continue up to the upside. Still hasn't necessarily broken it, right? I'm in here. My top position, I'm in about right here. So stop loss. Remember, when you have that position, you gotta kind of honor your stop loss, right? So let's see if it can do what we want it to do, right? I kind of don't like it just because that candle finished that way. See that? See how the candle finished almost engulfing? It seems like it wants to break through there, right? And it seems like it's on its way to break through there. But let's see. See if it can respect it and push down. So we're in here, our target's down here. This will be my one and only trade today. So let's see if it does what we want it to do. 0.02, I want to add a position, but let's see what it does once it gets to this area right here. See if it can honor this. If not, you know, we take our loss and we come back tomorrow. So let's see. My first position's in here, my bottom position. I just entered a bigger lot size at 522.65. So let's see if it can hit. See a little bit of rejection right there, right at our zone. So let's see if we could keep it going. Okay. That's a nice rejection from the area. Let's see if it can keep it and hold this momentum down to the downside, break through the 50 EMA right here on the 1 minute chart, and hopefully we could keep this momentum down. So let's see. We gotta have it break through all this shit, right? It's a little bit of resistance to support. We want it to break through this. Could delete this one. It's gotta keep its, you know, positioning to the downside though. I don't like how it's rejecting it still. It's still rejecting this 50 EMA, right? So let's see what we can do in terms of keeping its momentum down. Still not, but let's see. Has to break through here, right? It really does have to break through here. If it just uses this as a support level, then I'm going to hop out the trade. Because we don't want to see that being used as a support level. We want to see it being broken down to the downside. Let's see if it can keep this. Now, it still hasn't broken it, right? We need it to finish fully engulfed, fully into this IOC, or fully over the EMA. Now that we got to finish this way, and then we're going to have to break this level now. If we don't see a break of structure right here at this level, now we're looking at something totally different, right? We want to see it being used as a resistance now. We don't want it to break through the EMA, just the way we didn't want it to use it as a support. Now we want to use it as a resistance. So let's see. See, it needs to use, it can't break back through here. If it breaks back through here, then it's probably going to come back up. We don't want that, right? So let's see if it can reject it. I'm moving my bottom position to break even, just because I don't want to get stopped out, right, and lose money once you're already in profit. So all my positions are basically at break even now. See, it has to hold this. Let's see if it can hold it down and push through. There's still 48 seconds left on this candle. That's what worries me. So let's see if it can hold this position right under this 50 EMA. Just got stopped out on my bottom position. Fuck. Now I'm not so sure. Let's see if it can, I mean, my bottom positions are stopped out. My top position I'm in about right here, 522. Alright, let's see if it can keep it. It's rejecting the zone, right? We could see there's some clear rejections right here, but it has to stay down. That's the only bad part, is it's not staying down. Let's go. Come on. It has to break through this area. You see there's a lot of resistance to support. Has to break through here. Has to break through here. Once it breaks through these two areas, I think we're in business to go ahead and take our trade, you know, down to this level. But let's see. It has to use this as a resistance and hold back. 15 seconds left. Let's see what these last 15 seconds do. I want to see it finish real bearish. I don't want to see it finish like this because that's indecisive, which leads me to believe it could possibly push up. So I want it to finish bearish, but damn. Yeah, it looks like it wants to push up. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't like that because now it's basically using it as a support level, right? Which could give me pause to pause that this was all support, and now it's pushing up, but I just got stopped out right now. I have my stop loss a little bit lower. Let's see. I'm not in any trade right now. I was just stopped out. I'm waiting to see if I should enter another position or not. Alright, I'm back in here. So let's see. I'm in about right here. This will be my last, okay. This will be my last entry. I'm not going to risk over trading right now. So this will be my last entry. And let's see, I'm in at 509.90. So let's see what price does. See if it can continue this bearish momentum, right? Because now we have a fully engulfed candle. Let's see if it can hold it and pull down to the downside now. Still not breaking through it. I'm moving my stops to break even again. I just don't want to risk losing money on this position, right? And it looks like it might come back to stop me out. Let's hope not. And just got stopped out. It's really consolidating right now. Really consolidating. It's hard to say exactly what it's gonna do just because it's consolidating so fucking much, you know. I hopped in again at 504.34. The reason I'm hopping in is because it's showing respect to these levels, right? And that's where I need to get better at, is that exact thing, is, you know, letting my stop loss, keeping my stop loss too tight. But, you know, sometimes it secures me from losing a lot, but it also, it does take away some of the trades that I'm right on, just because price is playing in that zone, right? So we're up about 25 pips right now. Not that many. Up there. Let's see if it can break through this shit. Now that it's kind of somewhat broken this little area right here, now it has to break through this area. Has to break through here. If it breaks through here, then we're in business to go ahead and take trades, or to continue down to our downside. On the 1 minute, let's see the 5 minute. Yeah, I did use the 5 minute as a rejection level, right? With our EMA. And then if we go to the 15 minute, so truthfully, we'd be looking at about right there, because we want to see if price can break through this level right here. Still hasn't broken it, right? Yeah, still hasn't broken that area, right? Which isn't what we want to see. We want it to come down. That's a huge rejection right there on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. But let's see. You know what I mean? Let's see if we could get these pips. And there's a possibility it can, you know, break through this, but we got to see a breakthrough here first. This is the first order of operations right here, is for it to break through this level fully, not just a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, I don't like that. It's too many rejections right here, right? And we see what it's rejecting off of is this ILC right here. So let's just do it all, right? Let's just be real with each other. See what it's respecting. Right? So it has to break through there. It has a long way to go until it does break through there. Still 21 seconds. Looks like it could possibly engulf this candle, and if it does, I don't like it. If it engulfs the candle, I might just pull my position. It's better. I'd like to see it finish bearish, and it didn't. So let's see if it could continue down to the downside. Stops are at break even. See how it's rejecting this area again. Stops are at break even, so now we have a risk-free trade again, right? So we'll just call it that. Damn. Not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see. Yeah, I'm going to pull my trade. I mean, you know what? At this point, it's kind of like, let's see if it rejects this 20 EMA to the downside, right? Let's see if it can do that. If it could reject this 20 EMA, then we're looking okay. But let's see if it does. Yeah. I mean, my stops are at break even at 504. I mean, I'd hate for it to hit that right now, but if it does, then we're out of the trade, right? So we'll see right now. Damn. Yeah, it looks like it's going to hold it. $14 seconds. I mean, this is going to be my last position of the day. I don't want to overtrade at this point. So if it stops me out, it stops me out. We'll see what happens. Let's see what these next candles give us. This is the last minute of the 5 minute. So, yeah, it looks like fuck. It's coming up. I mean, yeah, it looks like it's coming up. Damn. I mean, it looked good, right? If you see the 5 minute, but this area right here just held strong. That's really what hurt us right there, was this area holding strong. I mean, there's still a chance, but it doesn't look good, especially when it's finishing bullish like that. It's gotten extremely close. Still somewhat rejecting it. See how this candle finishes. If it finishes bearish, covering these two, that's good. Alright, but let's see. See, if it finishes like that, that's not going to work for us. We needed to finish engulfing these two candles right here. These two candles are engulfed, I like it. If not, still a chance it comes up. I mean, we're very, very close to getting stopped out. Let's see how this candle finishes. I don't want it to finish engulfing like that. If it does, then it's probably pushing up right to the upside. 17 seconds. If it switches to bearish right here, then we're looking good for price to continue back to the downside. But if not, then it's not looking so great.
Daddy, you're messing up my channel.
You better check yourself.
Look it.
Hold on, baby.
Channel.
So let's see if it can. Damn. Doesn't look like it, huh? Yeah, it doesn't give me the vibe that it's finishing this way, and I just got stopped out. Now it looks like it's pushing up to the upside, right? Got a nice little W formation forming, right? Even though it's not so clear. It's a little clear, right? I mean, I want to say our bias is right. I really do. But it's hard to say just because it's staying stagnant in here again, right? It really is. It's just stagnant, stagnant, stagnant. It's rejecting it, but it's also staying stagnant. So we're breaking even on all of these positions. I just entered one more sell just because it's respecting my zone, right? Let's see if it can break through this. If it uses this as support, then it's going to fly up right now. Let's see. I don't want to go against my bias just yet. Even though it looks like it can push up to the upside right here, I don't want to go against my bias just yet. No. No. Okay. See, it's still not getting any real push up there, right? That's what you like to see. And there, it's starting to get its push. Okay, I think it now is kind of showing what it wants to do, right? Alright, just enter the top position right now. Well, it's moving in our way. Just enter this top position right here. No, I'm not that deep into it. I'm about 5 pips. Damn, it looks like it wants to come up. See if it can break through this now. See if it can break through here. Nah. See how it's just respecting the shit out of this, man, and that's what's irritating the fuck out of me. I mean, at this point, yeah, I kind of just want to pull my trade at this point. See how this candle finishes. If it could finish real bearish through this, you know, 50 EMA, then we'd be looking good. But let's see. You know, it has to finish bearish. It's showing too much respect to that candle or to that 50 EMA, which I don't like, right? That's not what we want to see. We want to see it blow through that motherfucker, and it's not. See how it's still wicking out of there? That's, yeah. Damn, man. It's really not giving it to us. I mean, at the end of the day, if price was doing what we wanted it to do, I guess maybe just the volatility isn't there, right? Because price isn't getting to where we want to get to. And that's the biggest thing, is price isn't doing it what we want it to do at this point. So, you know, let's see what price does, but it doesn't look so great for us right now, truthfully. There's about 10 seconds left on this candle. Huge rejection wick out of the 50 EMA. If it engulfs it, then it's definitely coming up. Almost engulfed it. Yep, and there it goes. It's just not doing what we want it to do. I mean, Maybe there's just not enough volatility. Maybe there's just not enough, you know, movement right now in the market. But usually these moves would hit and hit good. But it's just not happening for us right now. It looks like it's just going to consolidate for the rest of the day. And that's about it, you know. So can't do much about that. If it stops me out at break, I mean, fuck. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, that's too much force behind it. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna play in this area. Yeah, I mean, really, it just looks like it's just gonna play in this zone. It might fall off right after I jump off the computer. That's usually what it does anyway, right? When you don't see the movement right at open, because that's when you usually see the most volatility. When you usually don't see that movement at open, that's when it hurts you. You know what I mean? Because you keep trading and the volatility's down. At that point, you're kind of just stuck in the mud, right? So right here, I mean, it's rejecting, but it's also staying up too, right? So I mean, the last 15 seconds right here, it'd have to like really show. I'm still in here. I'm still at break even. If it stops me out, it stops me out, and then you know we just go from there. So come back tomorrow, see what the market gives us, see if there's any good setups for tomorrow. Damn, didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. Yeah. $36 seconds. It could come down, it could push up. Really, at this point, it's kind of just, what is it gonna do, right? You see how it's really just playing with everybody right now. Nah, there it goes. Yeah, now it looks like it's coming up. So now it looks like it's gonna push up to the upside, if I'm just being honest. I wouldn't put any buys right here just because it's my sell zone, right? But I think these market makers know. Well, actually, I know they know. I heard about this when I first started trading, that the market makers, obviously, they make the market, but they also get paid off for, wow. They also get paid off in some way to, they get paid off by brokers to know about stop loss information, all that shit. From what I heard, I don't know how true that is, but yeah. Yeah, the market's really just bullshitting today. I mean, really, if I would have taken out all the $100 in profit that I've made, we'd be in there like swimwear, right? Because I've been up $100, $200 here, $200 or $100 here, $60 here, $60 here, $100 here. So Now it's just like, what the fuck, man. Just fucking finish strong, bro. Just fucking come down already. Do what the fuck you need to do. Over here bullshitting. Alright, I mean, let's see. So I guess this is why I need my other screens up. Well, let's see if it could come down to our area, right? We're looking at about right here, 70 pips. Bless you, baby boy. I mean, something's... Truthfully, I want to take out my trade already. Truthfully. But, you know, let's see if it could just make it down to this area right here, into our zone down here. I don't like that rejection at all, right? Because we know that... Damn, really? Look at this rejection area right here, right? All these rejections here. And it finishes bullish. Yeah, this shit's bullshitting, playa. I was up another 160 right now, and now I'm up 70. So it's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Still 30 seconds left, which I don't like. I want to see this happen at the last 30 seconds, not the first 30 seconds. You know what I mean? So let's see if it can hold this juice down and come down a bit. I want to see it like finish down here, but that's not giving me any confirmation that it's coming, you know, pushing down. The rejection is, but not necessarily the movement. The rejection's doing a lot, right? But the movement isn't doing shit. Yeah. Fucking wow. This is crazy, dog. 2 days in a row at open, we see no fucking movement whatsoever. So, 714. It's hard to say that this thing's even going to do what we want it to do right at this point. 30 seconds left. Let's see if it can get a push down right here. Yeah, it's not doing much. Let's see what it can do in these last 10 seconds. If it does that in the last 10 seconds, I want to see it. I'm truthfully thinking about walking away. Yeah, he needs to be watching some other stuff, Zoe.
I know that was just a commercial.
Yeah, I really don't like it. You know.
And what you watch today?
Yep, of course it did that. Of course it did that. Just consolidating like a motherfucker. Yeah, it's just not a good day to trade. I mean, even though it's respecting our level right here, it's not coming down. Like I said, remember what I said about those stop losses? That's exactly what it fucking did right now. Was hit my stop loss at 504 and come down. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna stay away for the rest of the day. Price isn't moving. There's not a lot of movement today, right? So
Windier. It's like windier. Look at.
playing in the zone for the past hour, 2 hours,
Look at.
right? So I'm gonna just stay away and call it a day. At this point, it's kind of just it's just bullshitting, right? It's really just bullshitting. So it's not doing what we want it to do. It's not getting in and out of. I mean, it's getting out of our zone, but it's not really doing much, right? It's not moving the way we want it to move. So at that point, you just gotta kind of say, "Fuck it." It is what it is at this point. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check out. If it does what we want it to do at this point, then cool. But, you know, if you guys are in this trade, be wary that it's just consolidating. Maybe it is, I heard today's President's Day, but I guess next week is the actual bank holiday. So, if I were you guys, just, you know, be careful with the charts. It doesn't look like there's a lot of movement on the charts today. So with that being said, you know, I hope you guys were able to learn something from today. Why I keep my stop loss so tight. How it benefits me, how it hurts me. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow morning and see if we can get to it. Thank you guys.